Sometimes silence doesn't come from fear, it comes from power. And on one warm Sunday morning in St. Matthew's Catholic Church, that power came from a teenage girl named Brienne Adams, whose calm voice would soon echo louder than any sermon ever preached inside those walls. Welcome to Silent Divide Tales. Make sure you like and subscribe because you don't want to miss tomorrow's story. The morning sunlight poured through the stained glass windows, scattering colors across the polished wooden pews. The church was already full kids in white shirts, parents with hymn books, and the youth coordinator, Mr. Dale, pacing near the altar with his clipboard. His reputation for being strict wasn't new, but that day, his tongue would cut deeper than rules ever could. Brienne, 16, had moved from Maryland just 6 months ago. Her accent, a gentle mix of Nigerian and American, made her stand out. She loved singing hymns, volunteering, and reading scripture, but to Dale, she was an outsider. When her turn came to lead the youth prayer, he smirked. "Let's hope we can understand her this time," he muttered loud enough for everyone to hear. Before we dive in deeply, let us know in the comments what country or which city you're watching this story from. We'd love to know how far this story travels. A few soft laughs rippled through the youth section. Brienne froze for half a second, her heart pounding. She wasn't used to confrontation. She'd always been taught to keep her cool, even when people tested her patience. But the look on Mr. Dale's face wasn't discipline. It was racism and mockery. He folded his arms and added, "Come on now, Miss Adams. Let's see if your English can handle today's prayer." His tone was smug, his smirk confident. Brienne swallowed hard and slowly stepped toward the microphone at the front of the church. Every step sounded louder than the last. The choir kids glanced at each other, unsure whether to laugh or feel sorry for her. Her best friend, Lena, whispered from the second pew, "You got this, Bri. Don't let him win." Brienne took a deep breath. She looked around the church at the mothers fanning themselves, the children swinging their legs, and the quiet parishioners pretending not to notice what had just happened. Mr. Dale leaned in with a fake smile. "Go ahead, dear. Say it nice and slow so we can all understand." Brienne's hand tightened around the mic. "Yes, sir," she said softly, but she knew deep down he just wanted to embarrass and make fun of her accent. The microphone squeaked slightly as Brienne adjusted it. The church grew silent, the kind of silence that stretches across pews and crawls up stained glass. Even the organist looked up from the keys, sensing something different. Brienne took a breath and started softly, her voice trembling only for a moment. "I believe in God, the Father Almighty." Her accent carried every word with grace. But before she could finish the line, Mr. Dale interrupted with a fake cough. "Try not to sing it, dear," he said. "We're not in the choir." A few people chuckled nervously. Brienne stopped, lifted her head, and looked directly at him. Her voice steadied. "Would you like me to repeat that?" He waved dismissively. "No need. Just keep it clear this time." Something in her changed right then. She wasn't just reading anymore. She was standing up for herself without saying a word. Her heartbeat slowed, her face calm, her eyes focused. In that stillness, Brienne began again this time, her voice firmer, her words cleaner. The congregation leaned forward, curious. None of them could tell that this was just the calm before something unforgettable. Brienne closed her eyes for a moment, then opened them again, calm, centered, and no longer nervous. "I believe in God, the Father Almighty," she began again, but this time the words came out not in English, but in flawless French. Gasps filled the church. Mr. Dale's smirk faded. He blinked, unsure if he heard correctly. Brienne didn't stop. Her voice flowed like water, confident and clear. After French came Spanish, then Italian, each transition smooth and intentional. Her tone carried strength, not defiance, as though she was reclaiming the very space meant to shame her. By the time she reached German, People were sitting straighter, heads turning. Even Father Matthews at the altar looked up from his missal, eyebrows raised. The whispers spread like wildfire through the pews. "Is she speaking in different languages?" someone murmured. Brienne's mother, sitting near the back, clasped her hands tight. She knew this moment the pain her daughter carried, the long nights she practiced foreign tongues not to impress, but to understand. Mr. Dale shifted awkwardly. He tried to interrupt, but the power in Brienne's voice made him stop mid-breath. Brienne's voice filled the church now, strong and unwavering. After German came Swahili, then Latin, and finally Portuguese, 7 languages, each delivered with perfect rhythm and reverence. Every syllable echoed off the marble walls like a prayer that belonged to everyone, not just one tongue or one skin color. When she finished, the silence that followed wasn't awkward. It was sacred. Even the children stopped fidgeting. Brienne lowered the microphone and looked straight at Mr. Dale. Her voice, now soft but steady, carried farther than anyone expected. "God understands every language, sir, even mine." Mr. Dale's face turned pale. His lips parted, but no words came out. For once, the man who always had something to say was silent. Father Matthews stepped forward, gently placing a hand on Brienne's shoulder. "That," he said, looking around the church, "was faith in its purest form." The entire congregation rose to their feet. Applause thundered through the sanctuary, echoing past the stained glass and into the streets outside. Brienne exhaled slowly. For the first time that morning she smiled, not out of pride, but peace. The end. Please like and subscribe for more rich stories like this. Comment below. Also, if you really love this video and want to support the channel directly, you can hit that super thanks button below.